Hello, students. Let's read this problem together. Mrs. Dames has two groups in her PE classes. Each group consists of 50 students. She took the weight of the students and transferred the information to the two dot plots below. Which of the following statements is best supported by the data in the dot plots? So our question is, which of the following statements is best supported, which means which one is true from these dot plots. Okay, so let's look at our first statement, which is talking about the range. So let's make sure that we label here, and I want to color code so that I can stay organized. And so group 1, I'm going to use blue, and group 2, I'm going to use green. So for group 2, we have green, and then we have group 1 is in blue, and then what I like to do is underline the comparing words so that I can make sure that when I'm looking at the two numbers, I can evaluate that comparison. So the range of group 2 is less than. So that is a less than, okay? And we can even put the symbol like this. So the range of group 2 is less than the range of group 1. So to find the range, remember we need the minimum and the maximum. So for group 1, we have a maximum of 70 and a minimum of 30. So we're going to find the range by subtracting those. 70 minus 30 is 40. So the range is 40 for group 1. Now for group 2, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the maximum, which is also 70, but the minimum is not 30 because even though 30 is part of our number line down here, there are no data points on 30. So we're going to take this next data point. Now let's look at what we're counting by. So from 30 to 40, and they only did the 4 tick marks, so there's 5 spread here. So it looks like they're counting by twos. Let's see, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So this would be 32. And so that right there is my minimum. So we're going to get the range by taking the difference of 70 and 32. So that's going to be 38. And now we can use that comparison with our numbers. Is 38 less than, because that's what we put here, is 38 less than 40? That is true. Okay, so let's check our other answers. So now let's look at the mode. The mode weight of the students in group 1 is less than the mode weight of the students in group 2. So remember, the mode is the number that comes out the most frequent. So we're looking for the number that has the highest number of dots. So here, I can see that this is the peak. And then I'm going to look at group 2, and I find that this is the peak right here. This is where there's the most dots, and so it's this number right here. So for group 1, it's easy to read. That is 50. But for group 2, we have to see what that little line is counting, that tick mark. So remember, we had said we were counting by twos here. So 40, 42, 44, 46. So this is 46. And now we can look at the numbers and compare them. Is 50 less than 46? No, it's not. That is false. So now I'm going to look at letter C, which is the distribution of data for both groups is symmetrical. So they're talking about the shape here. And they said for both. So let's draw our shape. So remember, we're going to follow the outline. And at the peak, we're going to drop back down. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for our second one. And I can see that group 1 looks pretty symmetrical. And group 2 looks like this right here is falling a little bit further. So I would say this is a tail. And so I would call this skewed slightly. I should probably put slightly skewed to the right. It's just a little bit longer there. So we had said that we wanted to call group 1 symmetrical. But group 2 is not. It's slightly skewed to the right. So then they are not both symmetrical, and this is false. Now let's look at our last statement, which is talking about the median for the students in group 2. And they're saying that it is greater than the median for the students in group 1. So the median is the number in the middle. So remember, we're going to count the number of dots, but in this case, we don't have to count them because they already told us each group consists of 50 students. So if I cut 50 in half or divide 50 by 2, that's 25. Okay, so I'm going to find 25 dots from the beginning and see where I land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 right here. So for the second half, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So right here, this separates the two dots into two equal halves. So the number for the median is right here, which we're also counting by 2. So 42, 44, 46 is the median. That's for group 1. And now for group 2, we also want to count 25. So 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then the second half should be 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so we know we have the halfway mark, and that halfway mark is at 48 right here, and that's our median. So if we put 48 here, it says 48 is greater than 46, and that is also true. So here we have two statements that are supported. We have A is supported and D is supported. They are both true statements. So usually we just have one answer. And for the most part, if you have a multiple choice question like this, there should be one answer. But for today, we have two, and we have verified that they are both correct. So in this case, for the purpose of this assignment, we were going to circle A and D are both correct.